Good morning, YouTube. We just got this 997 in on trade and it's wrapped. So in this video, we're going to unwrap it.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan and this is my dealership NG Supercars. And yes, like I said, this 997 we just got in on trade on a 993. Normally we don't really take in wrapped cars. We just don't like them. The only way we can take in a wrapped car is if it's so cheap that we can bake in the cost of potentially repainting parts of the car if the paint gets pulled off with the wrap. So that's what we're gonna do today, is we're gonna pull off the wrap and see if we need to repaint this thing because, well, there's probably a 50-50 chance that it's going to need to be resprayed. It's kind of peeled off a little bit and it looks like it's coming off decently good. You can see it's actually right there it is. It's a black car underneath this wrap. Oh, that paint looks... It's definitely needed a paint correction no matter what. We're gonna start unwrapping it, so we're gonna bust out the heat guns and the steamer and all that crap, and we'll start unwrapping this thing and pray to the Porsche gods that the paint stays in place. All right, we got my little Harbor Freight steamer, waiting for it to warm up. Once it warms up, we'll start steaming this thing and unwrapping it. So we're not taking any chances. We're gonna use steam, even though it seems to be coming off pretty easily. This will be our luck. If we don't steam it, it'll just off comes clear.
A few moments later.
Well, shit. So, bumper came off pretty good. There is a whole lot of paint chips. I got to the hood, and as you can see, it looks like someone sanded it already, and it's already gone through the paint. That is, there's no clear coat whatsoever on that. So I think our hopes and dreams of not having to paint it are crushed. Yeah, we'll just probably paint the whole front clip. Dang it! Well, this is why we don't buy wrapped cars, because this is what you get. Lies. Well, got the wrap off the hood. Let's take a look, shall we? So, clearly some Bondo work here. I don't think they even painted over it. Maybe they just spray bombed it. Paint came off right here. Oh, it's still flaking off. Look at that. It just comes right off. I don't know what happened. If it got a bunch of dents or rust or whatever. I don't know. They did something to this thing. They really beat the hell out of it. Sanded it in a bunch of weird spots. Bondo. Yeah, this is, again, do not buy wrapped cars because this is what you could have waiting for you. Well, this is a little bit disappointing. We knew that the hood was screwed up and they told us that the hood had some issues and the bumper was chipped, but he didn't tell us the doors also were screwed up. Man. Now we're on a new dilemma of how much car are we gonna have to paint and what costs less, painting the car or rewrapping it. And the problem with rewrapping is someone might not like the wrap colors that we choose. Or do we just sell it as is with a bunch of paint damage and you say, hey, do what you want with it. Again, this is why when people come to us with a wrapped car and they wanted to trade it to us, we offer them absurdly low numbers because this is exactly why we have to plan for this. This is what we expect to happen, and sure enough, it happened. So we've baked this into the cost of this car. It's just, it sucks because now it went from being a home run to we're barely gonna make any money on it. Hooray.
So Dan,
Yes.
ask me, why am I so good at removing the sticky?
Why are you so good at removing the sticky?
Glad you asked. It's because I'm such a detailing kind of guy.
That wasn't funny. Why was that funny?
I'm just a detailing kind of guy, bro.
What does that have to do with sticky? All right, YouTube, so good news. So far, besides the door, I mean, we knew that the front was messed up, but the door is kind of a surprise for us, so that sucks. But the rest of it, it's coming out pretty good. The paint actually looks pretty decent. Pretty late in the day, we're gonna continue on tomorrow, so stay tuned, hold on. right, YouTube, it's the next day, and I have the wrap completely off. So let's go over the battle wounds. I don't know, the crappy paint. Yeah, that's the right term, the crappy paint. Alrighty, so the most substantial problem is the hood. The hood is toast. It's gonna have to be completely repainted no matter what. Front bumper has a whole lot of paint chips. I don't know, we might get that painted too. This fender actually looks really good. Just needs a paint correction. This door would have been great except for that. Boo. This panel, all good. The roof, well, it's a Targa, so, roof is awesome. It's just glass. Bumper looks good. All this, the rear looks great. We haven't put back on the emblems yet just because I'm figuring we'll probably get it paint corrected. So no reason to put them on yet. All of this looks good. This door panel looks good. Mirror looks good. Front fender looks good. So really, it's just 2 or 3 panels. But the rest of the car actually looks pretty good. Well, given the miles, it has 140,000 miles on it. So seats look okay. They got a little bit of, they could use some leather conditioner and leather cleaner. Dash looks all right. It's just dirty. Floors are dirty. Everything is dirty. We just haven't cleaned anything. Like this thing's just, this is what it looks like when it's raw and it just came in. Aftermarket Pioneer stereo. Oh, did I mention this thing has a new engine in it? Yeah. So apparently, I don't know if the old engine grenaded or blew up or what, but it's got a new engine. Ooh. Yeah, actually, it does look cleaner than you'd think for the miles. Spiffy new engine. Yay. All right, YouTube, well, if one of you happens to want this car, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. It's not on our website yet because we need to clean up all this stuff. If one of you wants it as is and you want to take care of the paint, or honestly, if you just wrapped it, that would be another option. We don't want to wrap it because we don't want to sell cars with wraps. We'd rather take care of the paint, do it right. That means it's probably going to be like many weeks or possibly a month or so before it's ready for one of you. So send us an email and we can talk about it, and it could be yours. But that's it. We got some other cool cars coming your way. We're always looking for cars, so if you happen to have a cool sports car and you want to sell it to us, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. Let us know the VIN, the miles, and pictures and whatever. Without that stuff, we can't really determine if we need it or want it. We'll see you guys soon. Stay tuned. Check out normalguysuper.com. Buy some stuff. Use the code NGS10. All right. See you guys later.